We wanted to speak to you because there's so much going on in China at the moment. The GDP growth numbers for June were okay, but not great, 0.8% growth. And of course, lots of concerns about Chinese real estate companies, the likes of Country Garden and Evergrande as well. What's the situation?
Well, yesterday, big news. There's a big uplift of the property stocks. The day before, Country Garden has been, probably the largest developer in China. They've almost defaulted in their payments. They've just extended the grace period for one of their bonds. As a result, they went up 9% yesterday. Most of the Chinese stocks, both in Hong Kong and mainland, went up anywhere between 5 and 20%. Even the Hong Kong listed companies from the property side have gone up, including New World and Sun Hung Kai. So there's been a bit of confidence booster, but they still have a few more payments to make later this week, which are 2 U.S. bonds. I think it goes up to the sum of about $23 million US. So see if they can make that. If they make that, then I think they'll improve a bit of confidence in China for the time being.
And of course, for us here in Dubai, and you spend a lot of time here in Dubai, one of our concerns is, could this be another 2008 financial crisis? We know that troubles in the real estate sector in the United States triggered that 15 years ago. Could we be on the cusp of something else?
Well, as you know, Richard, my podcast is Anything is Possible, so definitely it's on the cards. I would still put some faith in the Chinese government and the financial regulators. Recently, over the weekend, the financial regulators made it more relaxing for some of the residents, both in Beijing and Shanghai, for first-time home buyers and to lower the rates of the mortgage. And during the weekend, it was 100 and 200% respectively increase in the buying of homes. So slight hope somewhat.
As an investor yourself, you're the chairman of the Tsang's Group, so you oversee a very large pool of capital. Do you see opportunities in China now? Are you thinking, okay, prices are lower, it's a chance to go in at a very good valuation, or are you worried about some of the bigger picture issues?
I think in terms of real estate, from an investment standpoint for China, I think most investors, including ourselves, I think we'll have to wait and see approach. I think valuations are good. However, I don't think we've seen the bottom yet. I think there's still some edgy ways to go through. I think with the U.S. president elections next year, I think that will help with the global economy overall, and hopefully China can improve during that time, and then things will get a bit better in the next year or two.
But in terms of generally for investors in Dubai who are looking at the Chinese market, we know it's the world's second biggest economy. The growth rates perhaps aren't as strong as we've been used to, but they're still 4, 5, 6% GDP growth for China. What is the investment opportunity in China for people here in Dubai?
So people in Dubai and overseas, I think the greater thing of it is the Greater Bay Area, which is an area which is along the Guangdong province next to Hong Kong. It'll have a population of about 130 million people with over 20 airports. This will be the wealthiest area on the planet. Obviously, China's going through a tough moment right now, but with Hong Kong's international exposure and common law jurisdiction like Dubai, it's going to be very attractive for people to have exposure into investing into China, but having the common law and the English language standard in Hong Kong that would be able to protect international investors.
I'm just wondering what the investment vehicle would be for people here in Dubai. Do we, for example, like me, I'm a very boring investor, I've just bought a Chinese stock market tracker. It's about as simple as you can possibly get. Do we stock pick in China? Clearly, as I mentioned before, with the Tsang's Group, you oversee a large pool of capital. Do we look at buying real estate assets? What would be the investment vehicle?
I think since, from investment strategy, ever since the Ukraine war, we can all know, and during COVID even, that the key to investment is diversification. So I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket. So I would put a portfolio of, real estate, technology, finance, early stage, late stage, PE, different kinds of things, and I will rely on a good fund manager. And in order for some people who have jittery feet in terms of China, but they see the future, I would invest through Hong Kong vehicle, either through a listed company or, like you say, like a tracker fund.
Let me ask a slightly different question. You're in Hong Kong at the moment. What does the atmosphere feel like on the ground in Hong Kong? For so long, for most of my lifetime, and I'm 51, one of the world's great business hubs, even cultural hubs as well. But we know it's had challenges. We had the protests before COVID, and then we have had COVID as well. How does it feel in Hong Kong at the moment?
So Hong Kong's definitely recovered from the pandemic. People are back. Definitely less tourists, not as many foreign tourists, I would say. I'm just being honest here. I set up a club with Jeffrey Lam, who's a HKAC and HKAC member in the Hong Kong government. We created a non-profit organization called the Hong Kong Ambassadors Club, purely to promote Hong Kong Inc., to attract and promote more business and investment to Hong Kong. I think, first of all, because of media and different kinds of misunderstandings, a lot of people are not coming back to Hong Kong anymore. Our first objective is to attract people to come to Hong Kong first, and then secondly, once they see, well, Hong Kong is still the same as before, and then they will consider maybe investing. I would like to say that life is a marathon, investment is a marathon. Dubai's done a great job in the last couple of years, especially during COVID. Probably I would say it's the #1 city on the planet right now. But Dubai went through a tough time in 08 during the property bubble, and has recovered miraculously. Hong Kong were down compared to before, but I believe with the hard work ethic of the people, Hong Kong will come back.
Last question, 30 seconds on Dubai. We know that during COVID, you came here, you spend a lot of time here now. Has that halo over Dubai that appeared during COVID, is it still there?
I believe so. I think, mark my words here, I think from now until the end of the spring of next year, I think this is the next 6 months in Dubai will be the busiest 6 months and the most prosperous 6 months for Dubai and the UAE. I just feel that more people are coming, people are more comfortable. You have the Israelis coming, the Russians coming, the Chinese coming, everyone's welcome, and that's why everyone loves it. And I believe that the next 6 to 12 months, you're going to see a big change and a positive change also with COP28. So very happy, looking forward to come back.
Patrick, well, when you're back, come to the studio. It's always nice to see you. But for now, Patrick Tsang, private equity investor, chairman of the Tsangs Group, joining us live from Hong Kong. Appreciate your time.